Hello and welcome everybody, it's Karen. Thanks for stopping by today. I am playing with the Elephantastic stamp set from Whimsy Stamps today, and these elephants are so adorable. So you can see I've got them colored up there, but I wanted to do a Christmas card with them. So I've used the gnome for the holiday stamp set there just to stamp the gnome hats, the Santa hats. And then I wanted to put something on the brim and the pom-poms on these. So I am trying out a few different things that I've got here. So I thought I'd leave this in to show you. So this is Cosmic Shimmer embossing sprinkles. And so you can see it's quite a pellet-like embossing powder. And that's how it goes when it's heat set. So it's quite a lumpy, whitish kind of a texture. And I am using glue for all of these, by the way. You could use Versamark ink or a sticky clear gel ink, but I chose to use glue because it's quite a large surface area that I'm going to use with the brim of the hat. Now this is Wow White Glitz embossing powder, so it does have an embossing powder in it, but again I chose to use the glue. This is Hero Art's Sparkle embossing powder. And that's how it goes when it's heat set on the glue. And then this next one is Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff. Now when you heat set it, it bubbles up and makes that puffy look. So it is also a fun one to use for this kind of technique. And then this last one is just plain glitter. It's Cosmic Shimmer Diamond Frost Glitter. And so that's how they all look once they're heat set and using the glue. So here I'm adding glue to the brim and the little pom-pom, and I chose to use the white glitz from Wow for this particular hat. I have another one that I've used the embossing sprinkles on. So once I'd heat set them, I cut all these out. Now I did trim the elephants and the hats right down to the outline or the black outline, which I don't normally do, but I did for this. Now, for this particular hat, it had the Christmas lights on it, and so I just chose to, lower it onto the elephant's head there. Now, because I didn't leave a white line when I cut these out, I'm covering up that white core with the black pen there. Now, I've chosen to use the Blissful Blues paper. I just love that one paper there. And I've used the Wonky Windows 4 die. I've cut that 3 times and stacked those up together, and I just thought that would be kind of fun to have the elephants on that. So I'm putting all these down onto my card front, or my card base rather. And now that little hat there did not have a brim, so all I did is I used my glue just the way I did when I was showing you the different examples and just cut a little brim. Now that is the Elegant Snowflakes and Border die set, and I've taken a couple of the snowflakes from that to put in the middle section. I was going to have that third elephant, but I just felt like it just became too busy. So I'm adding some foam tape to the back of my elephants here. I've taken those sentiments from the Simple Sentiment Strips stamp set by Whimsy Stamps, and I'm just attaching those to that border die. And then with the foam tape in behind my elephants, I can stack them all up into the frame there. And I just thought, well, why can't the elephants celebrate Christmas? All the other animals get to, so I thought the elephants could too. So there you have it, just a simple Christmas card. Okay, so I did make another card. I have scored a line on that's an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. I wasn't sure how big I was going to make this. So I think I scored that at about 5 inches, and you can see I'm centering my elephant right along that score line, trying to have his feet line up along the bottom of it. And then when I was stamping, you can see I'm removing that bottom straight line from the elephant's feet, or hoofs, I guess, and just stamping without that, hopefully. And so then once I had that stamped, I just went in with a Copic marker or multi-liner pen rather, and just finished drawing in his feet just below that fold line. Now I took a craft knife and I started to cut out around my elephant. Now it really wasn't that hard. I don't usually like doing it with the craft knife, but it worked okay. You could start like this and then finish off with your scissors, as long as you've got a little opening to put your scissors into. But then once I had gone around the top outline, I didn't go below the fold line. Then I could just fold the card in half and trim it down. So I trimmed it so it's 4¼ inches wide. And you'll see here, the whole card, including the elephant's head, is 6 inches. So 6 inches to where I cut. And so it's a bit of an unusual size. Now, if that opening bothers you, I was just trying to show you, this is a scrap from the last card, but you could just cover it with a piece of pattern paper. I thought you could even stick that other elephant on, all kinds of things. So it doesn't bother me, that opening. Okay, so here I have colored in the elephant at the top, and I've got a few Catherine Pooler inks. I've used some washi tape to make a border all around the outside edges of my card, and I'm just doing some kind of messy ink blending in there with an orange, a pink, and a yellow. And here I have a piece of acetate. I actually think that was a laminating folder that had been laminated, and I didn't need this piece of it. But I've die cut 3 different circles of all those 3 different sizes there that you see that I just pushed aside. Now I'm going to use my Hero Arts pigment ink. This is Unicorn White. Mine's a little bit on the dry side, but I wanted to go for a bit of a bokeh effect. And this is just a really quick, simple, easy way to get that look without having to do the whole watercolor thing, because I'm not a good watercolor person. So I'm just taking it one of the circles and filling it with that white ink, and I did space my circles apart when I was cutting them because I knew I was going to have that ink blending tool, so I wanted them wide enough for that to fit. But you can see I'm just going along, choosing different circles, overlapping some of them, going off the edges with some of them, just making a big bokeh effect there. So you can see it there. Now when you're done, use a baby wipe to clean your fingers on your stencil, because you can reuse those stencils, so just keep it with your other stencils. Okay, now this is it's a very old Heidi Swap, sort of a shine that you would normally spray on, but my sprayer is dried up, so I just sprinkled that on. And so here it is now that I've finished everything and it's all dried. And I just think it's kind of cute with that elephant up there. So I've taken the slimline bunting border die set. I've cut this little border and used the same orange, pink, and yellow that I used in the background. That's a sentiment from the Elephantastic stamp set. And I saved you the agony of watching me glue everything in place, because I did add in this sentiment here and 3 little balloons and an extra sentiment down there at the bottom. So that was my finished card, and I thought that was kind of fun with the elephant on the top. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. I hope that's given you some ideas for these little elephants. They're quite fun. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you'll come back for the next video. Bye.